All right, 8th graders, it is day 5 of our VEXcode VR parts 2 and 3 activities. Today, as you can see on your screen, we are going to open a new blocks project. We are going to create a code that actually recognizes colors by using the front eye and the down eye sensors. If you remember those from day 2 when we labeled our robot and the sensors that it has. 2 of those sensors are the front eye and then the down eye, and those actually detect color. We're going to test it out using the Disc Maze Playground today. And then lastly, you have a dance challenge. Not you don't have to dance on the video or anything like that, but we're going to try to get our robots to dance a little bit when they recognize certain colors, do some sort of move, whether that's a spin, whether that's moving back and forth, whatever it might be, you get to choose. But we're going to try to get our robots to dance a little bit. All right, so those are our activities for today. Our guiding question, our essential question today is, what are some environmental factors that sensors react to? So there's a lot of different robots that have a lot of different sensors. What are some of the things that robots are able to observe and then respond and react to? That's the question that you need to keep in the back of your mind today and then ultimately answer at the end of class. So let's pause the video now and open up your design notebook. All right, your design notebook is open, and today is day number 5. So we are going to, again, work on detecting colors. We're going to use some if-then conditions. So if something happens, then this happens. Those are the if-then conditions. And then lastly, you are going to create a dance that your robot is going to do, hopefully. And so in our design process, we're working with developing ideas, just kind of familiarizing ourselves with some more features of the VR program, kind of coming to an understanding of what we can do with that program, and then ultimately creating a solution to a problem, to a dance problem. All right, so those are our activities today. So as we scroll down through our design notebook, we see our essential question today that we should be thinking of an answer to, so we can come back and answer that over here in the right-hand column. It's a blue question, blue background, so this is a must-answer question. But again, what are some environmental factors that sensors react to? All right, as we scroll down a little bit farther, we see our goal. You need to set a goal for yourself today. What's something that you would like to accomplish or something that you would like to learn? So pause the video and answer or come up with a goal for yourself for today. Now that you've got your goal, let's scroll down and find day number 5. Oops, there we go. Day number 5. You see the start. So I'm going to read through the kind of the introduction information for today here. Just follow along as I read through this here in your design notebook. Okay, you may have heard about the autonomous or self-driving vehicles that the auto industry is experimenting with. Have you ever wondered how these self-driving vehicles are able to stop at a red traffic light? If you guess that they use sensors, you're correct. Good job. Self-driving vehicles use all kinds of sensors and cameras to detect signs and traffic lights. The VEXcode VR robot can detect red, green, and blue colors. You might hear those as RGB. TVs often use those colors as well. So RGB, red, green, and blue, using 2 different sensors, the front eye and the down eye. Okay, what if we want the robot to drive around and constantly check for multiple colors? What if we want the robot to match a disc color that the robot detects? There are many ways to solve a problem. One solution uses if and forever blocks, 2 common control statements that you'll find useful in your projects. Today you'll explore color detection and learn more about Boolean expressions and the use of conditional statements. If you recall from a couple class periods ago, Boolean expressions, those are true and false statements. So if something's true, we may want one scenario to happen or to play out, one response. If something's false, we want a different response from the robot. Those are what Boolean expressions are. Okay, and so that's what we're going to work on today. So as you look through your design notebook, again, we have these boxes, so we can change these to check marks showing that we have completed each step. So right now, open up your VEXcode VR program, click on the link right here in your design notebook, and my suggestion is you split the screen so you have the VR program on one side and your design notebook on the other, so you can easily kind of go back and forth between the two. So pause the video now and open up the VEXcode VR program and split your screen. All right, we have our VR program opened up here on the right side of the screen, and we've got our design notebook here on the left. This is going to allow you to be able to see what you're doing and kind of go through this checklist, as well as see your code that you're actually working on over here on the right-hand side as well. All right, so I want you first to review this code. So what you see right here, when started, drive forward, wait 0.5 seconds, wait until the down eye detects green, turn right for 90 degrees. I want you to make a prediction. What do you think the robot will do based off of this code that you see right here in your design notebook? All right, now that you have an answer to that, let's continue on. So you're going to go to File, you're going to choose New Blocks Project, and you're going to create this code that you see up here. And then you're going to run this program in the Disk Maze Playground. That's a playground, one of the options in terms of the playgrounds that you see. And as you run that, you should answer this question. Did the robot behave as you predicted, and what did the robot do? Okay, so this robot, using this code, go ahead and do that right now like you see I have over here on the right. Then choose the playground, and we are going to choose the Disk Maze Playground. The Disk Maze Playground. Once you have that playground chosen, play your code, run your code, and see what your robot does and answer that question. What were you correct in your prediction from up above? And what did your robot do? So go ahead and pause the video now and run this program. All right, now that you have your answer to that, let's continue on. A couple more questions here that we do need to answer. What sensor is the code using? If you need to go back and replay this, keep an eye on all of these sensors up here at the top, where it says heading, rotation, front eye, down eye, bumper, distance. The front eye, the down eye, the bumper sensors, those are sensors that we have on our robot. So which sensors is these code using? Why do you think there is an added wait 0.5 seconds block? And then how is the coding of this sensor similar to that of what we did a couple classes ago with the bumper sensor? Okay, so go ahead and answer those three questions, keeping an eye on these. If you need to go back and kind of take out the wait 0.5 seconds, you could go ahead and take out this and just see, oops, I don't want that at the end, take that out and see what happens without that. That would be an option of what you could do as well. All right, so go back and answer those three questions, pause the video, work through your playground, the Disk Maze Playground, and answer those questions. Now that you have those questions answered, you are going to edit the program so that after turning right at the green disk, the robot drives until it detects blue, and then it stops. So you're going to need to change your code over here. You can click these apart and kind of add some things to it. Once you are finished editing that program, check it off. Test your code once again in the Disk Maze Playground. Once you've tested your code in that playground, fix any errors, go back, make sure it's working properly. Once again, we want to have this robot that goes to the green disk. It turns right, and then it drives until it detects blue. Once it detects blue, your robot stops. Once this is done, you're going to save, rename this as down color using the camel case formatting, initials at the end of it. You're going to rename this and save it to your device. Don't forget to save it to your device. So File, Save to your device. That will automatically save it. And then take a screenshot of this and include your screenshot down here. So go ahead, pause your video and do that. Once you have your screenshot taken, we are going to start a new blocks project. So File, New Blocks Project. You're going to add code so that you have a code that looks like this. When started, the robot pen moves down, it drives forward, and you wait for 0.5 seconds. So pause the video and add this code to your new program. Now that you have this code started, you're going to work through the rest of this for today in your design notebook. Please read each of these steps carefully, as these steps will guide you through step by step what should be part of your code. So you're going to add an if-then block from the control category. So you see here in the control, the orange, we have an if-then block. I'm just going to drag the if-then block over there. We're going to use the front eye or the down eye to check for the green color. So you're going to drag the front eye detects red block from the sensing category, place it in the if-then block hexagon, right in this empty hexagon here, and change red to green. So there is a picture in your design notebook of how that should look over here. Once you have that done, continue on. You're going to add code to the inside of the if-then block, so in this little gap, white gap that you have in between here, to do the following. When green is detected, we want the robot to stop. We want the robot to change the pen color to green, turn right 90 degrees, and then drive forward. Once you have this done, take a screenshot of that completed code. You're going to then run your code in the Disk Maze Playground once again, and watch the sensor values. So again, pay attention to those sensor values that are at the top of the playground, and then answer a few questions here. First of all, does the sensor value change to green when the robot approaches it? Second question, does the robot start and turn right? Why or why not? So pay attention to how your code is written to answer those questions. Once you have that done, we are going to, you should, notice again the orange background, you should add a forever loop from the control category and move the if statement inside that loop. Because we don't want this just to happen one time, we want it to happen over and over again as your robot drives around that Disk Maze Playground. So add a forever loop, test your code again, give your project a new name, call it green color detection, underscore your initials, save it to your device, and once again add a screenshot here showing that your code is complete. It's also helpful to take a picture of your playground as well so you can see what your robot actually did. You can continue on with the should do work, add another if-then block right below the existing one to do something similar for the blue color, change the pen color and turn left, and again make sure that that's in the forever loop so your robot is just going to continually move around the playground. Rename this project, save that to your device, test it, observe what's going on, and then answer this question. What did you observe? What were some of the things that you saw? Lastly, we have an aspire to do activity where we would like you to, if you would like, add some code to make the robot stop when it detects red. If you do this, so keep the same code that you had going before, but just add something else so that it stops when it detects red. Name your project RBG color detection, underscore your initials, save it to your device, and again include a screenshot here. Then we get down to our dance challenge. And so for this one, you're going to use the code that you had before, but for each of the following colors, decide what dance move you want your robot to perform. Do you want it to spin in a circle? Do you want to move it forward and backward or side to side or shake or something like that? Come up with some sort of dance move. And you are going to then create a program that will make your robot perform your dance move whenever it detects those colors with the down eye sensor. All right? Name your program, save it to your device when you have that done, and then include a screenshot of your completed program here in your design notebook. And then we get to our summary. What was something that you learned today? What was something that you completed? Don't forget to fill those out. And then we get to the end of day number 5, our stop sign. All right, so if you have any questions about any of this, I know this was a lot, please reach out to your teachers and we would love to help you with this. All right, have fun with this. Let's see those robots dance.